All right, so with this one, what's this one called?
Okay, this one is about you owe money. The simple words can be the most powerful. And so I was in a situation where I was praying with someone, and when I was praying with them in a church meeting, I felt the words come to me, you owe money, he owes money. And of course that's a bit of a sensitive thing to ask someone, so I was just careful to whisper it to him quietly and just say, can I ask you, I hope you don't mind me asking, but do you owe money? And he immediately said, no, I don't. And so in that instance, just dial back, ask God, okay, what's going on? And then a few moments later, he said, actually, I did, but it was years ago. And it was something that happened 20 years before, where essentially he'd got in with a gang and he'd got into all sorts of violence and drugs and all sorts of stuff. And he owed money to them and he didn't want to pay it. So he ran off and basically they sent this occult guy after him and all sorts of stuff had happened. And from that moment in his life, he said he'd had nightmares, he'd had all sorts of things happening that were bad, he'd just all sorts of bad stuff, you know. And so at that moment, God was saying, look, there's something that happened all those years back, and I can unlock things from that moment where the start of it was, the source of it. God is so amazing. He has all the knowledge, and sometimes he'll just drop that little tiny piece of information. In this instance, it was about something that happened years ago, that unlocked his life and unlocked the power of God into his life. And in fact, that whole story ended as he was sitting there after a lot of just ministry and God's power touching him. And then he had a vision. He had a vision of his heavenly Father and his place in heaven. And his life was really different from that time.